Spotlight on Frazee is sponsored by these community-minded businesses and organizations. Frazee Family Foods. What a hometown grocery store should be. Friendly staff, family-owned, and a wide variety of groceries to fulfill your needs. The City of Frazee and Frazee Event Center, featuring a 5,000 square foot room, a built-in stage, and a full-service bar. Perfect for a multitude of events. Call or click to book your event.
Welcome to Spotlight on Frazee. I'm your host, Hank Lutke, and I'm here at Frazee High School with the new principal, Jason Smith. Good morning, Jason.
Good morning, Hank. How are you?
Tremendous. And welcome to Frazee.
I appreciate that. Thank you very much.
And so, as we were talking earlier, I was asking, where'd you go to school and how did you end up here?
Well, so we grew up in the FM area, attended school down there. I'm a graduate of MSUM. All my degrees are from Minnesota State University Moorhead. I left college and I taught up in Waban, Ogama for 4 years. Then I went to Ada for another chunk of 4 years. Spent my last 3 years as the Dean of Students at Ulen Hitterdal. So over the course of the last year or so, I'd been hearing from friends of mine in the area that there was an opening coming here at Frazee. Of course, up until then, I heard great things about the district and the community, and I'd been involved with some of your people through summer rec activities, sports, things like that. Pursued the application, met a lot of great folks out here, and that's what gets us here today.
Well, it always amazes me, on how the background of people, and especially you, like you've been within 50, 60, 70 miles of here all along.
Yes, very much so. This is right where we've been.
And you told me that you were a history teacher, too.
Yes, sir. When I taught, I was a high school history teacher. I taught all levels, middle school and high school. Taught the college prep classes. It was a great field, and I really enjoyed it the whole time I did it.
And what made you decide to become a principal?
Well, I can tell a story like a lot of folks tell, which is we have a person in our life that was acted as inspiration. And I had a very supportive boss. I've had a few very supportive bosses and principals I'd worked with who got me thinking about the idea of moving into ed leadership. And as I was taking the graduate classes, which, as you know, you have been involved with the history discipline, anybody working in a school can take from those classes and really get better on understanding how a school works and how things go. Always something I'd kind of had my mind on, and I was able to pursue it through the accreditations and the degrees, and find myself here today.
Well, it's great that you can do that, and we're glad that you're here at Frazee. What kind of hobbies do you have?
Well, I'm married with 3 kids.
Yeah.
My kids are 12, 9, and 6, and so they're just getting into those busy times right now. So both my girls are competitive softball players, and my eldest daughter dances. That's her passion, so that takes up a good portion of our year. And my little guy was swimming and baseball and things he does. So chase around the kids, go to kids' events, and we're campers. We like to get out to state parks and camp and get out and enjoy the outdoors.
And do you live in the area then now?
We're living in Moorhead still.
Okay. Well, that gets to be a bit of commute every day.
As I've told people before, since I've been teaching and working in education, the commute's been part of the job, but this isn't much further than what we've done in the past, and we're open for conversation. Nothing's off the table right now. My wife and I, of course, have discussed what a possible move might look like, but as of right now, that's where we're at.
Well, and I look at, I've worked in Fargo and other places, where I'd have an hour drive or more, and in the morning it was always doing mental and organizational prep work on the way, and going home it was decompression.
Absolutely, yep. Music and coffee on the way in, and then some kind of alone, like you say, decompression time on the way back home.
And so now that you've just started here at Frazee, what do you think of the school so far?
Well, everything I picked up over the summertime has come to fruition. I mean, this a great place with a supportive staff, great admin here, great teachers, great kids. I came in, and once I started learning how the school's been ran the past couple of years, we've got a lot of really great systems in place. Sorry about that. A lot of great systems in place that I'm looking to sort of keep pushing on. So we have great teams to help these kids. We have great people in great roles who are out here with the mind only on helping these students out here. So a dedicated staff, a really pleasant student body, and just a good feel in the building right now. And I feel like we've been off to a really good start.
Well, that's very important, and I look at the school here, we've got such a large school district, compared to some of the other ones. And then with open enrollment, of course, we We deal with Perm, Detroit, Pelican, even Park Rapids.
And that's part of the reality of a small school, like you had said. And one thing we've tried to be proactive with is we're looking to fill a position. We have a really strong social media presence right now, and with some work with the school board, we're looking to get a person to lock into that as a role for them in the school to make sure we get that message, all the good stuff going on here, all the great events, to get that out there. So you're right. That's part of the game, is that we got a lot of schools that are within 10 and 20 miles of us, but we're very, very happy with what we're offering here. We feel that we'd stand up next to any of them. And we're excited to use any opportunities such as this to get the word out, and invite people to come and learn with us here at Frazee, because we're doing a lot of good things.
Well, I really appreciate you being on the program, and it's been a pleasure to talk to you, sir.
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate you seeking me out.
And with that, we'll be right back with another segment of Spotlight on Frazee. Welcome back to Spotlight on Frazee. I'm your host, Hank Ludke, and I'm here at Harvest Fellowship with Mary Kurth. Hi, Mary.
Good morning, Hank.
And, for you out on TV3 land, if you don't know it, Mary's our dancing queen, aren't you?
Well, I don't know about being the queen, but I like to dance, yes.
And, of course, over the years, you've kept us dancing for not only seniors, but other people, but predominantly people our age.
Yep.
Going.
Yeah, in Frazee, at the event center, once a month, we do old-time dances on Tuesday afternoons from 1 to 4. We have live music, and we have 2 left for this current year, because Dennis and I go away for the winter. So then we have to wait till next spring to start again. And we're always the 3rd Tuesday of the month. So from 1 to 4. And then in November, we have Jerry's Dance Band coming. So.
Well, and how many years have you been doing this? Can you tell me?
Let's see now. This is our 14th year of putting on old-time dances in Frazee.
That's pretty good. Now, when you go during the winter, and I know you go to Texas,
Yep.
Do you guys have organized dancing down there too?
Actually, Dennis and I are in our park called Fiesta Village in Mission, Texas. We are the dance committee there in Fiesta Village also. And we have, only down there, we do it weekly, and we have live music every week. So.
Well, that's interesting, and I assume, are they mariachi bands then?
Not for us. We still have old time that come. Our band that actually, I said Marie was playing in October. She played in September for us, and she will be in Texas. She's one of our bands down there. And she's from the Albany area. Anyway, but Eric Rogenkamp, Eric's dance band, will be in Frazee in October. So I almost messed that up, didn't promote the right band.
So where is Eric from then?
Eric is from the Bluffton, Minnesota area. And he comes usually with just one other band member. Larry Sealander is also from the New York Mills area. And those of you that recognize the Sealander name, his son Brian is the band director here in Frazee. So that's where all that music comes from. It's gone down a couple generations. So.
Well, and I know we had Brian on last week talking about things that were going on with the band, and he's been a great push for the band here in Frazee, and the number of kids we hear getting back into music again.
Music, yes, And and not to promote too much about the school, but I like the theater productions and the musicals, and I see that they're going to be doing a musical, so I'm patiently waiting for, But yeah, the all-time dances, we average, in September we had 72, so depending on the time of the year and how many of the snowbirds have left us and stuff, our numbers will drop a little bit now for the next 2 times, but as long as the weather cooperates, we're going to be good, So
we're looking at the 3rd Tuesday in October and November. At what time again?
At 1 o'clock we start, and we do ask a $5 admission per person. And then we give away some door prizes, and we also have beverages, water and pop and coffee available, so that you can have that. And then if you need a drink with a little bit more to it, then we ask you to go next door to the
Liquor
third store,
Yeah.
Third Crossing. I got to get the right name for my businesses that I work with. So Third Crossing. So
Okay.
good.
Well, that's great, and I'm glad that you are keeping this going, and I'm happy that you can get out of here for that many months during the winter, while the rest of us are here trudging through the snow.
Well, we years ago, we tried to keep the dances going in the wintertime, but it just, it's not worth the fight. And the senior citizens would prefer to stay home than to stay warm.
Yeah.
So, good.
Well, I appreciate you being on the program, Mary.
Thank you, Hank, very much for allowing me to come and visit with you once more about the old-time dances in Frazee. And we hope that everyone will come and join us for fellowship, if not some dancing. So.
Great. So remember, third Tuesday in October and November, 1 o'clock, Frazee Event Center. Come and see Mary, see what's happening. But remember, pet the dog, hug the kids, kiss the wife, and wave at the neighbor. The next person you wave at could be your next best friend. And we'll see you next week on Spotlight on Frazee.